Hi everybody, this is CCat, and today I'm gonna be doing trying to make like a special project. I'm trying to make a sun catcher, and I did order some shrink plastic. And that just because it's like for the sun catchers, I don't think like me trying to collect plastic that's big enough is gonna work. So I physically bought some, and it took me 2 tries to get this because Amazon kept losing my order, and my order ended up missing. So it's like I finally just broke down and bought some shrink plastic. So I'm gonna see if this is gonna be big enough for what I want it to do. Hopefully it's like, if I can find it, it ends up at least being this size, if not bigger, for me to do what I want to do. I don't know yet because I haven't used this before, and this is just basically gonna be a test for me. So I'm gonna do like a butterfly, poke some holes in it, and like just do basic shrink plastic shapes to hang it down. I thought of doing crystals, but I don't want to do it for this be my first test, so I'm going to do try to do shapes too. So we'll see how it works out. I might be able to later on down the road maybe do this much, because like I said, it's like actual physical piece. Like usually the biggest size I can get is like usually this. Maybe a little bit bigger, but not by much. And it's like, collecting plastic with and I feel a little bit almost dirty doing this, because usually I like just doing it myself and recycling it, but I mean, like I said, we'll see how it works out. So let's see, we'll measure it up. And usually this is this right here that I'm doing the outline on, it's usually called like a template. And the other thing I think that it's like for this is that's just kind of interesting. It's like when I sand it down, it's like all the areas that I sand are not exactly always even and perfect, and then I have to re-sand it. If that makes any sense. Like this place could be smooth and that part could be, and it's like I think I'm still gonna try to stick with doing where I would do the recycled plastic, because I feel a lot better doing that. If that makes any sense. And I am a little bit nasal sounded. I mean, I'm always kind of nasal sounded, but I am more this week because it's like we're dealing with the Canada fires right now, and the Canada smoke. So it's like I'm just really super congested from that, And maybe I should do where I talk to a speech person or whatever, and try to work on my voice and work on my speaking. But if y'all don't care, I don't care. If that makes any sense. And if you're really annoyed by annoyed by my voice, you don't have to be here, So, let's see. Okay, that'll work. Try that. And then I'm gonna do different shape outlines. And I also printed out some flowers. But we'll see how that works out. See, hang on, so it might be an ad. I'm back. If you see me step away, it's usually because there's an ad coming on, and I don't really want to play ads during this. So I usually just try to mute it during the ads. Let's see. That looks good there. To try to make this look the same on both sides. Probably won't be perfect, but this is a test. Because I've never used this shrink plastic. I mean, I remember using it one time when I was a kid, if that makes any sense. And that was a really long time ago. And then shrink plastic kind of went away. Shrinky dinks is what they were called. And it's so, and I said, I've linked in my mains, the lady that gave me the idea to do this. And the colors I've decided that I'm going to go with are going to be blue and purples, because those are my favorite colors. Again, this is just a test. Let's see. What other shapes should I go with? Should I go with like maybe little circles on the side? I'm just doing a little light outline just to kind of, what do you call it, get an idea of like where I want to put the other one. Again, this is just a test. And even this, I haven't really decided what colors I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll do like small circle inside. No, that's too big of a circle. And I don't think it's gonna be perfect. Add. That's what I'm getting up often. And let's see. Maybe I'll do some drops down here. Just to kind of make it look more, you know, put together. And the music that I'm playing is just kind of royalty free. And that's why I'm getting that so often, is because basically I'm not, it's like it's music you can use free, but you have to listen to ads. So it's just like TV. You know, you can watch the movie for free, but you're gonna have to listen to what goes to the commercials. So that's what pretty much I'm comparing it to. I might do one more like one more shape, like a circle, and I think then I'm going to try to color it in and see how it looks that way. I mean, it is drawn pretty nice, but like I've said before, I do prefer using like shapes, you know, like what do you call it? You know, actual, you know, when I go out and get the plastic myself. But this is the easiest way I could figure out how to do this. It doesn't look too bad. So take this little line away. I was trying to start coloring it in. So I don't know what this is going to look like, but let's see what colors we got. I basically got purples and blues. Let's see. And let's see, where's my other one? Some of my Prismacolor ones I've decided I might use. Okay. Let's see. Like maybe this one, or this one down here. Let's see, this color is True Blue. And this is from Prismacolor. My favorite brand to use. That or the Faber Caster. I've never pronounced that color right, that name brand right ever. But it is what it is. And the free royalty free music that I searched, I did it was called chill music, so that's what I kind of wanted to do, was just chill music. Maybe an ad coming up. Hang on a second. Back. See, now where did I put? Here it is. And I will say this paper does this shrink plastic paper, the store bought, does work nice. I will say that. But like I said again, it's just kind of, do I really want to go and buy this more often or not? It's let's see. Had a test one around here somewhere. Do I want to do that? Or I do want to go with more like this. I think I'll go with. And the last color that I used was very. Look at the bottom. Doesn't see on here. It says gray, light green, I guess. It doesn't look like green, so I don't know. Oh no, that's not it. The color I used last night is blue Cecil Hell. But I guess whatever. This color is from Crazy Art and it's bubbly blue. And I'll probably break it up with some purples in here also, so it's it's just kind of not all blue. And I also have big, where I printed out large flowers. I'm not going to do that on here, but the large flowers, I thought if I get it turns out I want it to, I'll probably also print out some bee ones, but I just did that as a test. I might do this one in purple, and this one in that one maybe in purple, different purples. It should be interesting to see what this cooks and bakes and just what the shape out comes out from that. That's what I'm kind of wondering about. And I did buy some crystals. I got a really good deal on them, so. I'm still trying to figure out how to sell these either online or someplace. But these are the crystals I bought. I had $5 off at Michael's. I don't shop at the other place, the Hobby Lobby. Because they're very anti-LGBT, so I don't shop there. But Michael, so it's on my wish list. If you do ever want to send me a gift card, you can't, Michael's is one of the places that it's I would go. That's my main go-to, like if I'm looking for crafty stuff, or like Walmart. Them also I kind of will go to for like crafty stuff. You know, they both work out pretty well for me to go to. I do like this, but I'm gonna try to put, like I said, put purple in there also, just to kind of so there's not so much blue and it has like other colors. I thought doing red, but I'm not a red person. I usually like, you know, I'm usually trying to stick with like blues and purples. Those are my favorite colors. Orange is not like a color for me. And like, I don't mind yellow, depending on yellow. I don't know if I'd ever wear yellow. I don't think, yellow is like one of those colors, I kind of think it takes like a special person to pull it off. Add. There we go. Back. Let's go over the line here. There. I really wasn't gonna do this today, but it's you know, I figured I'd just test it out and see what happens. I should probably get a blend stick, but you know, just kind of so it spreads out more, but it's whatever. You can do that with some color crayons, but you can't do that with all brands. Like, so this is Crazy Art Bubbly Blue that I'm using right now. And the thing is, when you do cook these down, a lot of the times it's like the spaces do like get to the point where they're not noticed. And they come out, and they do sometimes come out more vibrant, if that makes any sense. Like, where it's like when it shrinks down, the color is more dominant, and you see it like a lot better than it's like when it's like this big. There. Put it down a little more so you guys can see a little bit better. One of these days I'm gonna learn how to like do like the flowers, because they do like really pretty flowers from shrink plastic. And I think it's this professional grade shrink plastic, but I don't know. And it's like you can make earrings and all that stuff, but I don't have the right tools for it right now, because you do need specific tools to do it. And I'm just not at that level or at that point where I could do it because I don't have the tools. Maybe someday, and it is on my wish list, my Amazon wish list. And one of these days I'm going to have to see if they sell like Fibercaster or Prismacolor shirts, and maybe just buy one or request one and get sponsored by one of them. I don't know, but if they did sponsor me and like send me stuff, it's like I would just buy that, wear that shirt, you know what I mean? And I'm not getting paid in any way for this because I don't have enough followers. If I do get like more followers, I will, like, if I get 50 followers, I will play the ukulele. If I get 25, I will like read like a story about crayons going back to school. I'm 5 away from like the storybook. It's like, but y'all gotta prove me wrong that it's like it's not gonna happen. Because that's why I did 50. Because I don't think it's gonna happen. That's just what it is. You know? So, let's see. We're almost there. I think maybe I'll do this part in gray. Like a dark gray. I think it would be more like, maybe with a little brown mixed in. More like aesthetically pleasing, if that's the word I'm looking for. Maybe add. Let's see. Nope. Sorry about that, guys. I pushed you in a little bit on the like the laptop that I'm using, and even like the equipment that I'm using. It's very basic equipment. Let's see. Let's see. I think I'll do this one in circles. This color that I'm using here is pretty plum. Let's see, get the bubbly blue back. Let's see. Aqua. There. This is pretty plum. That's the purple that I'm using. But the thing is, like when you use like the non-Prismacolor and the crayon ones, you do have to press a lot harder to get it to stick to the product that you're coloring on. And that's what I've noticed with this. Like I have to like press like a lot harder to get it onto like the plastic. Even with this like stuff that I bought, like the next color I'm gonna be using is eggplant. Let's see. Any different from like the pretty plum? Let's see. These are pretty much almost exactly the same, I think. So I think I'm gonna maybe try like a different one. Since this is a little bit different. These are almost exactly all the same color. And I said, but again, then I just grabbed a bunch of purples out, and I'm just gonna go through and see if I can find some. So they pretty much almost all look exactly the same. So we'll try some other smoky purple. That's a little bit better. This is smoky purple from the Crazy Art brand. But yeah, look at that. I think they almost all look exactly the same, and those are 3 different colors. Maybe they would color different on the plastic, but they just did not look different to me at all. I might do this in a 2-part series. I don't know yet. And back. And this color that I'm using now is Moonlight Blue, but it looks kind of like a purple, so purple and blue together. So we'll just do this. So that looked more like purple to me than it does like blue, but the thing with like, you know, like Prismacolor and the Faber-Castell is that those browns, it's like the color of this is like the color of like the product. So they do try to very much make a match with like the. This does not look anything like that. That does not look, you know, that looks like a purple to me. That's why I grabbed it. But I'm going with it, and that's what I'm going to do with it, and we're going to make it work. This is the final product. Almost. Well, let's see one more. Let's see if they have gray in here. Do they have gray? No, I don't want to go with that. I think I'll go with the pale gray. For this is like pale gray from the, or slate gray. No, slate gray. Sorry. The gold letters are hard to see, so that's what I'm gonna go with for like doing the. And I will be posting on my Instagram the oh, shoot, we'll get that later. The color and cat book thing that I did last week. And if any of y'all ever have questions or anything, feel free to ask in the either my Discord or my the main, like, you know, YouTube channel. Just ask, you know. I mean, one of the questions I did get asked is like, why do you always wear this shirt? And the question is, the answer to that is like, 'cause that way if anything gets dirty or explodes or whatever, it's like, it's not like that nice of a shirt, so it's like I won't really care that much. Ooh, markers. You see the light go out? It's like I do have one of my light lamp set on a timer, and it just went out. So if you've seen that little flicker of light, that's what that is. But the lights that I'm working with right now are just basically like my lights in my apartment. You know, I don't have like fancy old studio. I just have like apartment. So that's what I have. I can really smell this marker. And technically the last ad they played, I wouldn't have probably minded playing. It was a Michaels ad. You know, and like I said, it's a place, that's a place that I go often for my crafts and my color. Don't know if Daisy's gonna make an appearance today or not, because it's like she was sleeping. That's probably what she's doing, because that's what cats do. Doesn't want to sleep at night, only wants to sleep during the day. Right back, I'm gonna go get that crayon, 'cause that's the one I need for. I don't know where that pencil went, but it's like, I guess I'm just gonna put it in with this. Not gonna be perfect, but I can't find the other correct, like this color pencil. Unless this is it. Is that it? No, that's not it. That's Platonium. I'm just gonna do this there. There. I'm gonna do that. I can't find it, and I'm just gonna look for it later. And let's see, where are my scissors at? Right here, my scissors are. And it cuts nice too. Like, I mean, I feel like I might still like accidentally like they call it like whenever I cut myself in that plastic. Sometimes it's like I'm a little afraid I'm gonna almost like cut myself. And this seems to cut a little bit easier. You know, like it's a little bit harder with the other brand. But like I said, I still do like using that other type of plastic, because I feel like, you know, it's helping the environment, and you know, it doesn't cost me anything really. I messed up a little bit, I think, but not too bad. And this does seem to have more of like an odor to it. I don't know if that's if it's because, like I said, I don't know how they make this. That's my biggest thing too. Is like, I don't know how they make this. You know, I know how I make mine, because it's like I make it myself. I mean, plastic is plastic, if that makes any sense. And I might keep those as test strips, just because. The reason I have the holes here is like to have it hang down. I'm gonna use fishing line, but that's what I'm trying to go for, and to put the like little whatever up device up here to hang it on. That's what it basically looks like right now. And I have like extra So I'm gonna see if I can maybe like do some flowers. And I probably will show you guys later on Instagram how it came out, or do an update video or something, but since right now I'm just winging it. Add. I'll play this ad just because I actually shop at this store. I do shop at World Market, and that's like one of my like gift card like requests on my Amazon. It's like World Market, so. Like I said, more than likely I'm going to start doing it. It's just playing the stuff that's like the places I do shop. If I do shop there, like if it's an ad for Michael's, I'm more than likely will probably just start, you know, just playing those ads because I shop at those places and not really care if they give me money or sponsor me or not. But I do shop at World Market. It's one of my favorite places to go when I'm like go out of town, because they don't have one around here, and I don't know if they have a lot anywhere. If I mean, plus it's a really just fun store to go to. Let's see, and do the maybe eggplant for the middle on these. Maybe I can do, like, can I get one more flower in there? I don't know if I can. Let's see. Yeah, I think I can get one more flower in there. I'm gonna do these all the same color for right now. So I'm just like, so this is just a test to see what I can do with this, because I've never used this product before, and it's that I probably will post like a on my Instagram or do an update, because my next thing I'm gonna do is like maybe like a different color page or like a reverse color page. I haven't really decided yet, you know, because I do these kind of weekly or when I have time, you know, and my hours are going to be changing, so I don't know what, you know, what's going to be coming up next. So and maybe I'll do all the outs, maybe I will do different colors just to kind of, you know, just something to try. Let's see, do that one, an eggplant. And let's see. Smoky purple. Let's see. This one is smoky purple. And then maybe this one, and let's just put it on there. And these will be like kind of like the hanging down, if that makes any sense. But we'll see, like I said, we'll see how it works out. I do want to start doing more of like crystal ones too, but it just depends. Good. This is called Tidal Wave. So this is what I'm going to do with this one. It's kind of a darker, more blue one. There, right there. So it kind of got an idea of like I'm not sure what I'm doing on time. I'm a little bit going over time. But like I said, I might do a part 2 just to kind of give you guys an idea of how it turned out and put it together. And I might do that for like next week or another day, or do it in a week. I don't really know. I'm gonna finish these off, and then I'm gonna, you know, maybe hole punch them all and see. Add.
To search and compare prices.
Now, the place I kind of shop but kind of don't. That makes any sense. If I have money and I have extra money, I go shop there. But if I don't, I don't shop there. So, well, it's actually the same with all those places. But my go-tos are like Michael's and World Market. But that's not around here. That's in a different area out of town. When I go on a out of town trip, that's one of those places we stop at. And I always find something. That's the bad thing. It's like when I go there, I always find something. Some of those places you go shop, it doesn't matter. You always know you're gonna come home with something, so it's like you might as well just like plan for it. It's like I'm gonna come home with something at this place, and I know I'm gonna plan for it. So it's like I always plan to bring money because I always come home with buying something. And one of those things I really hate buying online is like clothes. I hate buying clothes online just because it's like I never know what I'm going to get. Because it's like they have American large and they have Japanese large. And that's one of those places where I know I'm going to come home with, like, if I buy it online, I don't know what I'm getting. And you don't know the quality or anything. Let's see. Okay, different from like the, I remember what the last color I reviewed. The Tideway Blue. Okay. Not much different from that, so we'll see these blue jeans. That one's a little bit different. So we'll go with, for this one, blue jeans, just because it's like, it offsets like the light purple here. This is blue jeans from Crazy Arts. And usually I would use my fiber caster, but this is a much bigger project, so it's like, like I said, and I have to press a lot harder when I use this. And one of the other things I've learned is like I got this stuff called what's it called? It's like this kind of like gloss like stuff, glue, and it's like you put it on and it's supposed to like seal it. And like I've learned, like if I put it in and put it on the product before I put it in the oven, then it doesn't get as sticky. But it has a tendency to stay sticky, and it's supposed to make it like, I have it on here, like kind of like this one. Let's see, it's the other one. I don't know what the other one is. But like glossy kind of, and like seal the plastic and the color. So I'm gonna try to do that as a test too, to put that on there before I put it in, just to see if it'll cook on there and like not be so sticky, because it takes a while to dry. I would prefer to use like what's it called, resin, but it's hard to find like resin, like especially when it has to be exposed to sunlight. How am I supposed to do that when I live in Iowa? And it's like a lot of the times, especially during winter, it's just constantly like no sun. If that makes any sense, it's just like. Okay, well I think I'm gonna like end the video. I haven't decided what color I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna end the video just because, ads coming on. Okay, well I actually shop at this place, so I'm gonna keep this ad up, and it's because it's like I shop at Michael's. But I'm gonna finish this off, I think, with you guys, and then I'm gonna do like a part 2. Let's see. Let me do this one. And do a part 2 and just kind of like review how it like turned out and talk about that. But I'll finish this off, and then I'm gonna, you know, hole punch it and cut it out, and like I said, do a part 2 where I talk about how it cooked it, like made it, and maybe make the sun catcher. So it's like, you guys have a nice day. Okay, well the ad is over, so what I'm gonna do is like finish this up, and you know, show you guys how it turned out. And then like maybe the next part 2, I'll do a part 2 where I cook it and I hole punch it and I make the sun catcher, and talk about how it turned out and how I feel about this project. I hope you Okay, well I'm gonna finish this up. Another ad came back on. So I'm gonna finish this up. Like I said before, I'm like, I don't know what you guys all heard or whatever. I'm gonna finish this up, and like I'm gonna talk about how the product turned out, how I feel about it, and like how this like cooked different from like what I usually use. It'll probably be almost exactly the same, but I'll probably in my next part 2 make like a sun catcher. If you haven't heard this already, it's like, you know, it's like, I'm sorry, you know, I'm not gonna edit this, but you know, I'll just cut it out and see how it turns out, and like hope you guys like it. And I'll do part 2 where I cook it and like I make the project. I probably won't do it today. I'll probably maybe do it like, I don't know, tomorrow night or something. I don't know. I haven't really decided yet. But I'm just gonna finish this up, do a part 2 where I cut it out and I kind of string it up and I make a sun catcher. But this is the final product, and this is pretty much the final project. So I hope you guys have a nice day. And I'll see you guys later. And you guys brought glitter socks, you know, sorry, congestion, glitter socks. And anything, questions you have, just ask them in my like Discord or on the actual like on Facebook stream. So see you guys later. Yes.